Welcome back to another episode of The Stark Effect and happy Black History Month. I am your host, Kaleef Starks. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to always leave those beautiful purple hearts in the comments and tell me your thoughts on what you would like to see on the show. I am excited to cover some of the latest entertainment news and trending topics. Today we will be doing something a bit different, switching gears to health and wellness. Stopping by as today's guest is Erika Driscoll. Let's get it started. Erika Driscoll is a health and wellness devotee who wants you to get up and glow. She graduated from USC with a human biology degree and then danced professionally with San Diego Ballet Company and in New York City. She has an extensive background in teaching fitness, such as classical Pilates, solid core, yoga, sculpt, and as a National Academy of Sports Medicine personal trainer. She is currently working toward a master's in both journalism and nutrition so that she can share trusted info with you. Welcome, Erika Driscoll, to The Stark Effect. I'm so excited to have you here today. How are you? How are you feeling?
Kaleef, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so happy the day has come where I get to be a part of this amazing show.
No, it's such an honor, and us taking this different twist and a turn for health and wellness is something that I'm really about. So it's an honor to have you. My first question to you, Erika, is where did your love for health and wellness develop? Where did that start for you?
Yeah, so I started dancing at a young age, which that's considered, as an athlete, and just always trying to reach peak performance and fuel yourself, and also just being in that environment, as well as I come from a family of doctors, physical therapists, and I was really raised on, what is the healthiest, what's trending right now, how can you increase your longevity. So as a dancer, obviously, I think we all go through it as dancers, that point where you're dancing so much, and at one point it was I wasn't fueling myself, not for the purpose of body image, it's just that I wasn't eating enough. And I think that's what a lot of dancers, which thankfully now there's a lot more education and people coming out about athletes and needing to fuel properly for performance and kind of what that means pre and post, because your body is a machine, and it's constantly moving and grooving, and it needs to have proper fuel for that. So just understanding that, but then also in 2020 I was having issues, and I met with a doctor, and we found out that I was gluten intolerant really badly. I had I had 2 serious bacterias in my stomach that were causing problems for me. My protein powder that I thought was eating to help me gain muscle had high levels of arsenic in it.
Oh my gosh.
So it was all really messing with my hormones, and also my pancreas wasn't working either. So once we sorted that all out, I was able to put on weight, and I was able to put on muscle like that, and my hormones responded really quickly. It was super cool. So I went from a phase angle, which essentially says how your cell membranes are functioning, a phase angle of 39th percentile for my age, to now in the 95th percentile. So that's a huge jump. So I just want to be able to help other people.
That is amazing, and especially it's something that a lot of people can relate to, right? I love how you shared about a health issue inspired you to take care of yourself. That's amazing. But first, before we start, we're going to play a cool game. It's called This or That. And first, okay, so this or that. New York, Los Angeles, or Las Vegas?
New York, 100%.
New York? NYC?
There's too much sun in California, and New York,
There's snow, and it's just the hustle, the bustle. There's never a dull day. Also, I brought my car. I'm finally driving again in LA, and I'm just over it. So the metro has won my heart over.
I love that. Okay, that is awesome. Well, welcome to LA. Okay, so here are some lyrics. Okay, you have to guess which artist. So she's cheer captain, and I'm on the bleachers.
Taylor Swift. That was easy, right?
It's too easy for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Taylor. It's
I thought
Taylor.
I was wrong.
Okay. Pilates or Hilt?
Pilates.
Okay. Brown rice or quinoa?
Quinoa.
Gluten-free or vegetarian?
Gluten-free. I am gluten-free.
All the way?
Not by choice. Yeah.
Okay. Hiking or swimming?
Oh, that's hard because I love swimming. I actually love swimming, but I love the outdoors. But right now, you know what? I like swimming because also when you're swimming in the water, if it's an outdoor pool, you get a nice little glow and it's a great full body workout. And my dad and I used to swim all the time growing up together, and same with my parents. And so I think it's very meditative too.
So swimming it is?
Swimming. I think it's going to be swimming.
That is lovely. I enjoy a good little dip in the water too. Stairmaster or treadmill?
Stairmaster, because I haven't done that actually, never. So.
Mountains or the beach?
Mountains.
Oh, Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce.
Oh, yes. Hailey Bieber or Selena Gomez?
Ooh. Hailey Bieber, I guess.
You're a Hailey Bieber girl, are you?
I don't know. I want to try her smoothie at Erewhon, but I'm I'm on a budget here, so.
Right, we got to save a good coin.
Right.
Yeah, so once again, you're all about health, right? You and I, we've chatted about how very health conscious you are, and also that is a trendy thing here in LA. Tell us about your journalist and fitness background.
Yeah, so I guess for me, I want to, for that reason, be able to share that with people. And I love writing. I've always loved writing. I love speaking. And so being able to give informative information, and I feel like there's so much information out there in the world, obviously. We all know that, which we can all fall susceptible to. And especially with social media and what's going out there. And so being able to give trusted information or valid and speaking with other people who are, certified or speak on those topics.
That's wonderful. We need to know more about that, right? Because especially with all the trends going on right now with the green juices and all that stuff, it's important to stay informed.
Exactly.
What did you do before USC? Because I know that you're from New York originally, correct?
So I'm originally from NorCal, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm originally from NorCal, and then I came to USC, and then I went to San Diego, and then I was like, get me out of California. Wide open spaces.
Let me free.
Let me free. So I jumped on a plane, actually bought my ticket the night before, and I went to New York City, and from there it was kind of like the goal to audition for dance companies, professional ballet companies. I had some moments where I thought it was going to happen, went to a company, further auditioned, was a no, came back to New York, and from there I just kind of got into more of like commercial work and things like that, but I also picked up more teaching fitness. So I got certified in 600-hour Pilates, all the reformer, the chair, etc. I teach Megaformer, at Solid Core. What else?
You're like
Yoga,
really about this
school.
dance life. Like
Yeah.
this is you.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that. So what are some health and fitness trends that you have seen or noticed that are not healthy? Give me a few.
Give you a few. Okay, well, let's think. I think that personally, something that, again, going on with like social media and things like that is like people posting images of or what they eat in a day. That's a huge hot topic, what they eat in a day. And I think that is so toxic in a way because everybody is different. And for someone, if they're looking to someone like, oh, look at her body, like I want to be like her, so I'm going to eat this. But your body can't necessarily sustain that, or maybe that's not what you need.
Right.
And so I think that can be a really dangerous thing to rely on that. I also feel that, something that's really trending right now is the IV therapy, like liquid IV, cryotherapy, red light, liquid IV. I don't know. Part of me, I haven't tried it, but I feel like it's kind of like a gimmick. I mean, I don't know.
You think it's a gimmick? Because I thought that people did the liquid IVs to help them remain hydrated, right? Isn't it that what?
Sorry. I mean the IV therapy with the hydration there's the liquid one that you can drink, and then there's the one that you can
that actually goes in the arm.
Yeah,
right,
that
right.
one I feel like is a little bit like, because it's becoming more, there's stuff coming out about how's it regulated and who can do it and what's going into
so you feel like it's kind of like a fluke a little bit.
Maybe.
What about the one that you drink?
That I think
Because I
is
see
great.
it everywhere at the store.
Yeah. I think those are great, to replenish electrolytes if you are sweating, Sometimes things can be, the one thing to look out for though is like really high sugar, because some of those can be loaded with sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of those Tab drinks. This one that they sell at 7-Eleven, you guys. It's called I think it's like a Spanish name.
Okay.
But it's similar to Gatorade, right? But it has
Yeah.
a lot of sugar, and I gained so much weight drinking that because I thought I was hydrating myself, but I actually was putting on the pounds.
I remember I used to drink Gatorade all the time too. Like I played soccer before I fell.
And you spoke of it's cryotherapy or chirotherapy? Chirotherapy,
Yeah.
right? Can you tell us a little bit more about what chirotherapy is? Because celebrities like Kim Kardashian and her sisters, all the girls are doing it now. What is chirotherapy?
So it's essentially like where you submerge your body into a cold setting. And from there, it's supposed to kind of drop your body level or
Right.
your temperatures, and it's supposed to help with inflammation and just kind of like recovery aspects. I've actually done it where a place in New York City, and you go inside of a chamber.
Okay.
And you first, before you do that, you're covered in like head to toe with a bathrobe, earmuffs, what is it
Like a
called?
whole setup.
A whole setup, so
Like
you
the,
don't
the
freeze.
what are those things called?
Eye masks?
Yeah.
No, you can see. I think you can see.
Oh,
You don't-
goggles.
Goggles. I can't remember about the face. But anyway, for the most part, you're covered. And then
Okay.
you go and they submerge you in there, and you're in there for like, you can choose depending on, they advance you. But like the first time, I think it was like, maybe it was like a minute or something like that. And the chamber essentially fills up with fog, and it gets really, really cold. And you kind of like, they turn on your favorite song, you dance from side to side to like count the time down.
Yeah.
And then you step out and they take your temperature. So
Okay.
it drops to a really low temp when you're inside the chamber.
And it's ice chamber, like your
Yeah.
your whole body is under ice. So
No,
this
you're in like it's like a chamber, but you're not in ice. It's
like
like
a tanning
cold.
machine, kind of.
Kinda, but you're standing.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
okay.
what's that cold stuff called? Like ice, not fog, but you know what I'm saying, like smog. Yeah.
So it also helps with the skin remain tight, right? And like youthful as well.
I think so.
You know
Yeah,
the
I believe so.
Kardashians, they look so young all the time.
I know. Well,
Oh my gosh.
here's the thing though. To do it, it's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So to do that, to do red light therapy, to do the IV therapy, it's
Mm-hmm.
so you got to have that.
On forward to yeah, you got to have the dough to do that. On forward to other trends, Ozempic is also a really popular thing. A lot of celebrities like Oprah, Sharon Osbourne, Heather Gay, and Amy Schumer are into Ozempic now,
Yeah.
or allegedly into Ozempic now because they look so freaking good. So on to a little bit more here. Let's see. The Super Bowl is coming up, right? And I wanted to ask you, what are some healthy options for people, right? Because, we all love the buffalo wings and the ranch. Like me, I love a good bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, girl. But, we have a vegetable tray on the side. So, since you're a health person, right? What are some healthier options that people can eat during Super Bowl?
Yeah. So I personally say Super Bowl Sunday only happens once a year. So eat it, enjoy it, what's there. I love my pulled pork barbecue sandwiches. Oh, those are my favorite. But I would say if you are looking for kind of like a healthier swap, hummus is always really good. It is almost Valentine's Day, so make it like a beet hummus. Give it that pink spark to it color. You can dip it with maybe some, some chips and pita chips, or you also have your carrots, your celery.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Guac is always, I like to think about more so what is coming into you, like nutrients, rather than like what are you cutting out kind of a thing. So, for instance, like the healthy fats in guacamole or the healthy fats in olive oil, or swapping out like sweet potatoes can make like a sweet potato little boat with like cheese on it and like a, what's it called? Not double baked, but when you put it in the,
Right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Or like a zucchini, because sweet potatoes, really great vitamins in there.
What about vegan ranch? Because I like real ranch, but I know people are eating vegan ranch now and vegan cheese, and I'm just like, it don't taste good. I want something that tastes good.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not a vegan girl. So,
Me
to
neither.
all the vegans out there, like, we love you, thank you, and the messages, it's just, as far as taste goes, like,
I need the flavor.
I just prefer it.
Throw me the calorie. I'll go take a walk after.
Go chase the football outside.
So speaking of the Super Bowl, what are some of your favorite parts of the Super Bowl? Some people, they love the social part, the food, the halftime performances. Personally, for me, I love the halftime performances and the commercials. What is your favorite part of the Super Bowl?
I think definitely looking at watching the commercials is really, I think, the coolest part. I try to pretend like I know what's going on in the field, so that's great as well. But then also the show. The show is always a big deal.
Who are you rooting for this year? It's going to be the 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
I know. I feel
Who
like
are
I'm
you
gonna
rooting for?
get some hate on this one, but the Bay Area girl, she's got to root for her 49er team.
Oh,
so,
okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big sports girly, right? But I will still be there watching. Speaking of the, the Super Bowl and the NFL, Taylor Swift recently has been getting a lot of press for her new love life with Mr. Travis Kelce. But there was an article that came out earlier this week on Rolling Stone about Mr. Trump kind of, shading Taylor Swift, saying how he's more popular than her in order to potentially hinder her possibly endorsing Biden for the 2024 election coming up right now. You know, and the title of the article was Trump supporters are starting a holy war against Taylor Swift, right? Because in 2020, she endorsed Biden. So Trump is trying to get ahead of that because she's getting all this press now, right, with the NFL. Any thoughts about that?
I mean, that's wild, first off. You know, I think it's just crazy how such an influence or a celebrity can kind of sway one party to, you know, a vote in a certain way. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens with all of that.
Also, to Travis Kelce, he came out on E! News this earlier this week, stating that he is still maintaining focus, you know, despite his relationship with Taylor Swift, that he is fully focused, right? Because people are saying, "Oh, you're so in love now. You're not focused anymore. Are we going to get that win?" Right? Any thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, what did it say? He's not gonna be at the Grammys, I don't believe, because he has to focus on the Super Bowl, which I think, you know, love wants what it wants, and the heart can drift elsewhere, but I think he's got his head in the game.
Perfect.
I think he's got his head in the game.
Thank you so much. So, as we are wrapping up, right, last few questions here before we get into our exercise. One question for you. It's February now, right, and it's still the new year, and people have all of these fitness goals, right? They want to lose weight, tighten up. Is there like some short advice you can give people?
Yeah, I think I would say that, you know, at this point, it's February. Your New Year's resolutions may or may not be out the door. I know mine are. Actually, here's the thing. I don't even have a New Year's resolution. I don't focus on that. And I think as far as fitness goals, a lot of people put themselves in these really hard, like, you know, they put these unattainable goals, like I'm going to work out like every single day for like 2 hours, and then the grind, and then your body just can't handle it, or you just don't have time. Then it's like, it doesn't work out and you're like, okay, call it quits, like back to, you know, whatever. So I like to think of every day as a new opportunity to kind of set a goal and to not get too hard on yourself. So, you know, if you've already kind of quit those New Year's resolutions, to how can you take little baby steps with your fitness goals, whether that be like 10 minutes and then adding up the time.
Thank you. No, you know, because, you know, everyone wants to know how to keep it right and keep it tight, especially students or people at work, right? So can you show us a quick activity that I can do here today that people can do at home watching to stay active? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so
show me what to do, girl.
We have some fun little bands here, which are great. These are a little bit heavier than usual, but you can definitely go lighter so you can get full range of motion. We're just going to do some arms. So first off, reach your arms up towards the sky. So it's like a lat pull down. So you want to keep
a little tight.
You want to keep the tension the entire time on the band as you pull it down and then spread it apart. So keeping your collarbones wide, and then you're retracting your shoulder blades, squeezing your scapulas together. Yeah, you can do a little dance at the top, and then when you get down to the bottom, if you want, you can add a little pulse here. So, and it's nice and small. So like the smaller the work, so you're really focusing and honing into your back.
Yeah, it's like super tight.
Yeah, you feel your lats there, right? And then if you want to do, you know, it's almost Valentine's Day, like a little Cupid, like a little arrow, like shoot your bow and arrow. So you're gonna extend one arm and then really pull,
it's so tight, yo,
and then you want to resist it because it's really easy to like be like, and then but then you don't keep the resistance.
So what does this do for the arms as we wrap up here? What is this doing for me?
So this is creating resistance. So it's resistance training, kind of like strength training, which is really solid. Yes, I know people love their cardio, but taking in the strength aspect of things, you know, you're building that muscle, keeping it nice and active, which muscular tissue actually is, you know, it's a very active tissue and can be a little bit better off for you than your cardio.
Well, it's been such a pleasure to have you, Erika. Thank you for showing myself and, you know, the viewers how to keep it tight, keep it right, and coming on to the Stark Effect. It was such a pleasure having you.
Well, thanks, Kaleef. I enjoyed every moment, and I hope you all also enjoyed, and, you know, enjoy your Super Bowl snacks and get yourself some bands. Do it in between your work breaks, whatever it is.
Thank you. No, once again, it was such an honor. Remember to drop in the comments, leave those purple hearts. I am checking out. I'll see you next time on the Stark Effect. Call you later, girl.